What's up, everybody? This is Matthew TV, back to you with another podcast. Today I have a new guest,
Phoenix Molina.
Phoenix Molina. What's up, Phoenix? How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm pretty good. So I met Phoenix the other day in a Master's of Business Administration class at Cal Poly Humboldt, where your mom is a student at.
Yep.
And she did a great presentation, and you got to go and see her.
Uh-huh.
How was that watching her?
I was pretty proud.
You were pretty proud?
Yeah.
Did she do good?
Yeah, she did a great job.
She did a good job. She definitely did.
For sure.
And I met you that night, and I met you first when I saw you wearing a suit jacket, and you're handing out spreadsheets.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at you and I was like, oh, wow, this guy's in a suit jacket. He's a go-getter. And then afterwards, you and your mom approached me and kind of said that you're an entrepreneur, and you have done a few things in the entrepreneur realm, and that maybe we should talk. So you earned a spot on the podcast. So I kind of want to talk to you about what your entrepreneur goals are, or what you've done in the entrepreneur world so far.
Oh, well, it all started in the summer of 2019 when we just had like a broken window screen. So we really wanted to like fix our window, because we tried to get it fixed, but like no one would fix it for like another few months. So we were like, just do it ourselves. And then, so what happened was I like biked like across our like the street because we live really close to like an Ace. So we got some screening and we fixed it, and that's kind of how it started. We were like, well, let's try to start a business. We kind of need the money and stuff, But that's how it all started.
So it started with you identified a problem that you needed to get something done.
Yeah.
And then you found a solution to the problem. And then, so how did that turn into a business?
Well, I think for like a project, I think we're like, okay, we have to start a business. One of the other ideas failed, so we're like, maybe we could do this. So we were like, okay, like this is not as hard as everyone thinks it is. It's a niche for us. So that's when it all started. We got our first client when we posted on the 707s on Facebook. So yeah.
So you got your first client by posting in 707. So that means you've done marketing. So marketing is like any sort of advertising. So you did marketing, and then you got your first client. And then you did the service for the client. And how was that, like getting a client and then completing it for the first time? That feel good?
Pretty easy. I mean, actually, it was very hard.
It was hard?
It was a learning experience since it was like our first client ever. So, And that's how it was for like most of our clients. We're still learning every single job.
For sure. And I do business, and I sell a service where I do lawn care and stuff.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'll have a client, and then I'll charge not enough money.
Yeah.
And then I realize, oh no, I didn't make any money because I didn't charge them enough.
Yeah.
And so have you been through some of those learning experiences?
Yeah, sometimes we charge too high and lost a client, or we charge too low and we're like, oh, we can't do that,
Yeah, it's hard to know what price is perfect. And how do you think we find out the best price?
I think just overall, just like labor and just doing more jobs, when we realized, okay, this is how hard it's going to be, and for like labor and materials and gas, trash, all that, recycling, I mean, or trash, I don't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of costs that come into doing a service. And I remember I used to mow lawns for $20 an hour.
Oh, really?
And I used to not calculate gas. And I used to not calculate like weed whacker string and chains for my chainsaw. And sometimes I've worked, and then I've sometimes had to pay like $200 to do a job, and then I've made like $150.
Oh.
And so sometimes I've like lost money.
Yeah.
And so it totally is a learning experience. Sometimes you charge too high, sometimes you don't charge enough, but if you do it enough times, you find that perfect sweet spot.
Yeah, for sure.
And so what motivates you to want to be like an entrepreneur?
I think it's like a learning experience, and it's like something to do, because during the time like school's out, so I'm like, why not like get into a gig, so.
Well, so what are other kids doing that are your age? How old are you?
I am 10.
You're 10 years old. And so what are your friends doing that, I mean, you're out, you seem to be motivated and want to do business, but are they also doing things like this?
No, not really.
No, what do kids do when they're 10 years old nowadays?
It depends on what school you're going to, or like on any. It depends on your area, but I would say most of them are getting into sports, which is really good. I just got into a basketball team, so
Nice. Nice. I love basketball.
yeah, I was just actually at practice like less than an hour ago.
You just came for practice? Oh, so fun. You have a busy schedule.
Yeah, I do.
You had school and then basketball?
Yeah.
And now a podcast?
Yep.
Oh, man, you're so busy. I'm
Right.
glad I could get you on. You
Yeah.
could fit me in.
I would say being busy is a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, great to be busy.
I think it is too, but why do you think it's so good to be busy?
I don't know, so, you know, stay out of trouble and all that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just, you know, aren't holed up in your room
Yeah.
on like a Sunday morning, you know.
It's something like fulfilling when you have a task and then you complete it.
Yeah.
Like something about that, like always has made me feel good.
Yeah.
And depending on the task, you know, sometimes it's really hard, or sometimes it takes a long time, or it's frustrating. But when you have the task and you complete it, doesn't it just feel good?
It feels great.
It feels so good.
It feels wonderful.
Yeah, and then so I feel like I've become, you know, like desiring that, you know, that need to complete things.
Yeah.
And so I like, you know, I like building things with my hands. I built houses before, and then I started a lawn care business where I could, you know, see a messy lawn, and then in 2 hours it just looks great.
Yeah.
And it just feels good.
And we don't only do screens, we actually do lawn care services as well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we do.
Nice. So you like you do a whole bunch of services with your business.
Yeah.
And what is the business called?
The Screen Kid.
The Screen Kid.
Yeah.
And is that you?
Yep.
That's so cool. And where do you hope your business gets to?
A point of like where, I don't know. I'm not sure about that yet. You know?
Are you taking it day by day?
For sure.
What do you think? Like, where if you close your eyes and picture your business in 5 years, so you'll be 15 years old. Like, what are some of the things you think you could be up to?
I think like I think we would have like a big team by then.
Big team.
A team for sure.
Yeah, because then you can accomplish more,
Yeah, faster too.
faster, more, get more clients.
And also like more like not materials, but what do we call it? Like tools.
Oh, more tools,
Yeah.
equipment, and more supplies to do the different duties and tasks. And so, what do you think motivates you to keep going?
I don't know, just like the thought of something growing and something of, you know, thought of something getting bigger and like stronger and all that, you know.
Yeah, something about that sounds just fun.
Yeah, sounds fun.
And so you're an athlete,
I'm an athlete.
and I've always thought that athletes have this, you know, advantage in business. So if you're an athlete, you're used to working hard. You're used to, you know, practicing a lot. And sometimes there's hard, you know, sometimes you have to run and you don't want to run.
Yeah.
Or sometimes your ankle hurts, but you still have to play. And so in business, there's a lot of times when things are hard and difficult. But I think when you're an athlete and if you experience these like challenges, that it really sets you up for success.
Yeah,
And do you think like being an athlete will help you in your business?
maybe, might, you know, definitely for like the hot days, you know.
Yeah.
Just like endurance for sure.
Endurance, stamina to keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's a lot of, you know, downsides in business.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get hit in the head with, you know, things that we didn't know were coming, you know,
Yeah.
just falling out of the sky.
Yeah, that happened to me today at practice actually.
Where something literally hit you in the head.
Yeah, it was a basketball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and literally something could hit you in the head and you don't
Yeah.
know. And I was on a job where I got a flat tire.
Yeah.
And then I had to spend the rest of the day fixing the flat. And the next day is, you know, backed up. So, so how do you think you're motivating any of your friends to want to do business?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. To
Yeah.
be honest, you know.
But you are still inspired to keep going.
Yeah, I definitely am.
Does your mom inspire you?
Yeah, she does. She's doing a great job.
What does she do that motivates you or inspires you?
She works very hard, really. Yeah. She is a wonderful person, you know. She works very hard, you know. So,
Yeah. And when you see somebody working so hard, doesn't it kind of, like seeing that happen, doesn't it motivate you to keep doing what you're doing?
yeah, it does.
And my mom's a role model for me too.
Yeah.
And my mom works super hard and always has.
Yeah.
And it's good to have family members like that.
Exactly.
And someday friends or other family members you'll look at and be role models. And then
Yes.
as I got older, I had to find role models that were other people than my family too. And so like trying to find these role models in the world is like kind of like a little secret like cheat code. Like how do we find these people to motivate us?
Yeah, having a good role model is probably one of the biggest keys to
It is.
success. You have to have a role model, and if they're healthy for you and they're suggesting good things for you, then that's a good role model.
That's a good role model. Yeah. And do you have any role models that you look at on YouTube? Or like any, YouTube accounts or anybody that inspires you online?
No, not really.
No.
I haven't found that yet.
Any podcasts or YouTube channels that you like?
I'd say August the Duck. He's cool.
August the Duck?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta check that one out. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he's I don't know how to describe it. Chill. I guess.
He's chill. He's a chill duck.
Yeah, instead of it's not an actual duck,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's just his YouTube name. And,
I see.
Yeah. I mean, he just hit I think 1 million subscribers.
Oh.
So yeah,
That's so much.
it really.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I do have a TikTok though.
You have a TikTok?
Yeah.
What do you do on there?
Just post anything,
Do you dance?
Huh?
Do you dance?
I do.
Hey! I gotta see this.
Oh yeah.
And what else do you do on there?
I don't know. I try to edit. I want to do editing for sure. So,
Okay, so you told me that you've edited on Audacity before too.
Yeah.
And so what on TikTok do you edit like in the app, like you know how to edit and shorten clips and
Yeah.
make it look
I mean,
nice?
Yeah, for sure. But I'd say the main thing is a lot of people go on CapCut. So yeah, I learned how to edit on there pretty fast.
It's called CapCut.
CapCut. Yep.
And so it's another app that you can put your video in and then edit it.
Yeah.
And you think it's pretty easy to
Yeah,
use?
pretty ezy. Yeah.
And does it make what do you put in your video to make it look nice?
Sometimes blurring effects, higher like light, more light, more darkness in the right areas. You can edit, but there's visual edits and then there's also like movement edits, and then there's a lot of that.
And you know how to use all those?
Yeah,
That sounds fancy. You're technology sound, aren't you?
yeah. I like technology. I want to get into like audio editing, like picture, like visual editing, and then like movement editing and all that.
Nice. Wow, that's so like technologically sounding.
Yeah,
And do you have a phone?
I don't.
So have you learned all your tech stuff? Where have you learned all your tech skills?
Either on a computer or like maybe like a drawing iPad or something,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I am hoping to get maybe like a phone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And so what do you do TikToks on?
What do I do on TikTok?
Or like how do you record TikToks?
I like to edit for sure.
Okay.
Well, you don't really record edits.
Oh, okay.
You can put a bunch of images
Oh.
and then put them together, or you can get
Oh, so you're creating it from scratch.
yeah, pretty much.
That's like full scratch.
Yeah, what I do is I go to Google and then I like Google. Have you watched One Piece or any?
Oh
anime?
yeah, One Piece for sure.
Yeah. Okay. You watched any other animes?
I mean, growing up, watched Pokemon.
Yeah. What episode are you on One Piece?
Well, my brother is a One Piece huge fan, and I got him a picture of Solo for his birthday. But so I'm not actually actively watching it.
Okay.
But my brother is reading. Two brothers read and watch them, and they're like caught up.
Oh yeah. Well, Zoro, I Google like Zoro. I type in Zoro, and then he pops up. So I take a screenshot. Well, first I click on one of the images, take a screenshot, click on another one, screenshot. Just over and over and over again. And you have to do it a lot of times, like hundreds, probably at least. Well, no, not thousands, but like 300 probably. And then you go to like the Photos app, you know, on your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
And you want to what do you do? It's like where you you kind of, what, I forget what it's called.
It's like
but,
cutting or shortening
yeah,
the videos
yeah.
from like the front and the back.
Well, not like cutting it from like how long it is, but
Yeah.
like for like how big the images are. And
Oh, compressing.
yeah, and then I do that for like at least 300 to 200 episodes, 200 to 300 photos, and then I put them all together to the shortest amount that I could on CapCut, and then every single one of them, and then it turns into an edit, and then you can add blur effects, which makes it better.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
And so you're posting like one piece animated cool like videos
Yeah.
from a whole bunch of screenshots.
Yeah.
That's so creative.
I haven't posted my Zora one yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost done with it.
Because there's so many screenshots, huh?
Yeah.
It's taking time.
Oh, yeah. With school and everything and basketball, it's kind of hard to get to.
Yeah, true. Your busy schedule, man. How do you fit all this stuff in?
I don't know. I just try to do as much as I
I'm
can.
trying to somehow figure out how we can create more than 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, it's possible.
I think so. Because we need more than 24. It's not enough.
Yeah.
So what would you say to anybody who wants to start a business that hasn't started yet?
Someone that hasn't started a business, like what would I say?
Yeah,
to
what's
them?
your advice for that person? You know, we want to help them out. We want to uplift them. What do we say to them?
I would say definitely go on social media. That's for sure. Because billions of people on social media. That's how you get to your clients, especially if like it's an online type of website or business. You know, that is where you get everything. But even if it's just like physical, like screens or like fixing pianos or
Yeah.
something, you know, you would want to definitely like post online, because like especially in your area, because everyone would go straight to you, because there's not a lot of piano fixers, you know.
No.
I mean, they're booked for months, booked for years.
Are you a piano fixer?
No.
You sound like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
There's
I-
not a lot of piano fixers.
Yeah, I definitely, but I do play piano, so
Okay.
that's
yeah.
one thing.
I see. Nice. Okay. Yeah. I think going online and social media is a huge tip. So I think that's an awesome tip for anybody, because it's so true. In Humboldt County, there's not that many services.
Yeah.
And so when you create a business and start something, you're competing with not too many. You know, if you're in San Francisco or in LA, and there's like thousands of other
Yeah.
businesses. So I do think, yeah, social media is, you know, a big play. And so, yeah, I think that's a good tip. What else? What else could we do to help succeed or help other small businesses succeed?
So that was kind of like spreading everything, like so you're known, so people know that you're there, and you're a business. Another way to like, once people know, here's like the second step. You'd want to schedule people. You'd want to contact them, and that's a no-brainer. But, you'd want to. I'm not sure.
So you say contact them. So yeah, you figure out who wants your service and contact them.
Yeah, you would want to get back to as many people as you can. And then you would want to find out a good time, and then you'd want to just do the job. And then it's all a learning experience. Every job you get better.
Sometimes just sitting down for a couple hours and being on the phone and just calling people that might even want your service. You know, like call everybody who has a piano.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, I heard your school has a piano. Do you need service? So,
Yeah.
Hey, I heard you have a piano.
Yeah, another good tip, which you just mentioned, is calling businesses and schools. That's a big thing for or apartments. If it's like screens, that's like a big tip.
Yeah,
because they have a lot, you know.
Because they have an apartment with 20, 30 windows or
Yeah,
something.
that need to be fixed.
Yeah, and like screens are always broke.